paint. That didn't last long.
This is your fault.
Oh my god.
This is your fault.
That hurts. All right, it's been a long weekend. Been going back and forth between the shop and working at Joe's. So here we are. We got a lot done. You probably have seen in Joe's video, but the mount we had for this turbo didn't end up working, so we literally had to chop my brand new paint off and weld in a new mount. And then we had to make a new piece here because this turbo is a little bit bigger, and we just had to do a lot of different stuff. But we got the engine in, valve covers are on, got the smart coils on and mounted, and got the Sean's custom alloy billet manifold on, got the throttle body on, fuel rails on, injectors are in there. Did upgrade injectors to 2600s this time since we did the bigger pump. I didn't want to run out of injectors, so went with 2600s. And Joe's got he's starting to lay the harness back in. We had to change a few plugs since we switched back to Gen 2 heads, or two Gen 2 heads. We had to make a new cam sensor plug, crank sensor plug, and I think cylinder head temp was different than the Gen 3. So swapped all that over, started putting some of the lines back in, like the head crossover line, your heater core return. Started putting the coolant lines on. Right now I'm making a little gasket for the turbo feed. Got the turbo drain on there already. Jay's making the last engine ground so we can ground the engine. But man, whew, we're getting there. So Joe is starting to do some function testing. I'm gonna put some oil in the engine. Had to finish making that line so there's not oil spewing out. But once I make that gasket, put the oil feed on for the turbo. Gonna put some engine oil in there, and some braking oil, and we're not gonna actually start it, but Joe wants to like bump the starter, see if we can get cam signal picked up, and we're gonna flush the brand new fuel lines we made. So lots of work has been done. Got the converter in, trans in, dump valves are in. Joe just has to wire them up. Got to put drive shaft on. All the little stuff still has to be done, like we got to make catch can lines, put the wastegates on. But essentially the goal for tonight, I think, is to just crank it, see if we can pick up cam signal, and then tomorrow we'll actually put like the whole turbo kit together, lay out the harness how it's supposed to lay, and then actually try starting the car. So this is pretty much where we're gonna end this video off. Hopefully in the next video, we might be starting the car. I don't know. We're still like, I think we're 10 days out still. So we are getting, is it 10 days till we leave?
Yeah.
I think it's 10, oh boy. So we're gonna end here. We got 10 days till we leave. We've made a huge amount of progress over the weekend, but there's still a lot to do. But we are damn close. But look at that engine bay. Oh my God, it looks so good. And that turbo looks absolutely massive in there. So,
why does it keep unsinking?
was the pump on?
The little pump on.
The fuel pump?
Yeah.
Can't hear it with this dang exhaust. So guys, trying to attempt the first start here. Already issues, of course. What do you expect?
It almost sounded like it was trying to fire, right?
It's trying to. Them streetcar Joe tunes.
Like the first tune. We don't have throttle cable.
We don't need that
It
when
just
we're going.
starts right up. That's ridiculous.
Dude, I haven't heard this car in so long. Holy shit. Alright guys, it is officially crunch time. It was a huge step getting the car idling yesterday, which was awesome, but Now we got the real work to start. I mean, that was a big hurdle, getting the car to run. It's the first time the engine's ever ran. It's the first time this car's ever ran on Holley. Had huge issues last time, tried to get around Holley with a Gen 3 head. So now the work begins. So we have a huge list. Got to do the dump tubes, which I just got them installed actually. So dump tubes are on, waste gates are mounted in the correct orientation. So now I got to run all the CO2 lines, hook up the dome pressure sensor, the MAC valves. Right now I'm starting to map out the catch can lines, so I'm starting to make those. We've got one fitting that's leaking, so we got to fix that. We're just put the IAC delete on the throttle body, got to get bolts for that. We're missing 2 bolts for the trans pan, actually for the shifter linkage that goes to the trans pan, the bracket. We got to put water in the car. We got to put some sealer in there that Will wants us to use. We got to top off the trans fluid. We got to mount the dipstick for the trans. We got to get the windows wired up because the windows aren't wired up. We never did that when we first wired the car. So we got to do that. We got to run the CO2 from the tank up to the MAC valves, tee in the air shifter. Joe's got he's working on getting the dump valves done. There's the relays for him, but he's got all the wiring underneath to do, and he's got to mount the dump valves also. I got to set up the vacuum line, so we got the fitting on there, but I need to actually make that line, mount the vacuum block. We have to wire up the line lock still. We got to mount the hood and then cut the hood for the exhaust and the dump tubes, and then we have to trim the exhaust. We left it long a long time ago because we weren't sure like what hood we were doing, so we left it pretty long a long time ago, so that's why it looks like a diesel stack. But we're gonna get that trimmed up once the hood's set on there, and we got the Zeus rails on it. We have to also mount the MMR wing, so that's a task within itself. Shouldn't be too bad though, but that's definitely a thing on the list. We got to mount the side skirts still. Man, there's a lot more. I have like this huge list. It's like 30 things that we have to do to get this thing race ready. We ordered a new dash, but it hasn't come in yet. I did order carpet, so we got to lay the carpet when it comes in and then mount the Kirkies back in. I don't know if we'll have a dash in time. I did order one, and I have my old one, but it's got a bunch of holes in it from using all the factory stuff. So now with this setup, I wanted to get a new dash, but I don't know if it's going to be here in time. But yeah, we have a huge long list of things. It's like real small tedious stuff, but stuff that's definitely time consuming. I did an oil pressure sensor and an oil temp in one from Low Dollar, so the oil pressure is working, but Joe's got to wire up the oil temp part of it. And then I have a GM IAT sensor, and this is originally a Coyote Holley harness, and so it doesn't have the right connector, so I ordered that. We got to cut that one, switch it over. Yeah, and then we're gonna add coolant pressure as well as coolant temp. We gotta add those today or within the next couple days. But we definitely, we have our work cut out for us. But it was a huge relief starting the car, so we're just gonna keep moving along. Well guys, it's Wednesday. It's supposed to leave for TX2K next Tuesday. Got the car completely together. Not completely, but got a ton of stuff done. And we keep having this weird popping, crackling noise, which means it's probably misfiring. And sure enough, do some testing, and cylinder number 3 is dead. So off comes the manifold, the injectors. We test the coils already, test spark plugs. We tested compression, everything checks out. So it's got to be injector harness, or something in the wiring somewhere. So these are things you aren't prepared for, but this is part of doing new builds from scratch. I mean, it's got brand new everything, so you'd assume it all work, but that's never how it goes. So cylinder number 3 is dead. We're pulling off everything, and we're supposed to leave for TX2K in less than a week. And it's probably the tuner's fault, honestly.
Oh my god. I guess I need to update my video too.
So I'm gonna end my video here on a very depressing note that cylinder number 3 is officially dead. It went dead, which is dead. And my battery's dead on my camera. Everything's dead.
Got a plug for you, buddy.
Yeah, it's too late now. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's very depressing. Cylinder number 3 is dead. Follow Streetcar Joe. And blame the tuner, because he's the tuner.